Folks, we had an eclipse and maybe the Browns found their quarterback all in the same week. The Rizzo Show starts now.
The Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo.
Oh, hey there. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kaiser Roll. Oh, you're going to hear that all week.
Sorry.
Edition of the Rizzo Show. Joining me is my partner, internet sensation, resident comedian Mike Polk Jr. Michael, how was your week? I understand you traveled for the big eclipse.
I did. I didn't want to miss out on the celestial phenomenon, so I drove down to North Carolina.
No, you did.
I did, to watch the sky turn completely black, and which looks so much cooler than just waiting for it to turn night here, doesn't it?
Well, that's right. I watched about 8 hours of sports last night between the Browns and the fight. Let's start with the Browns, Michael, and how about DeShone Kizer's performance last night? I know the numbers weren't great, folks. Don't look at the numbers. The kid wasn't overwhelmed. Michael, what grade would you give him for last night's performance?
I'm grading him on a curve because I'm doing this compared to other Browns quarterbacks from the past.
And he's a rookie?
Rookies, and he's looking great. Honestly, I haven't seen that kind of a snap on a ball coming out of a Browns quarterback's hand. I mean, it looks effortless to him. And yeah, he's got some rookie stuff he's got to get over. I think they said he's the youngest player in the league. Is that true?
Yes.
And so there's going to be some growing pains, but man, didn't it look refreshing to see him connecting on some of these?
It really did. Michael, listen, I'll give him a B because I thought he took the next step.
Yeah.
And you know what I liked? He didn't check down.
Right.
He didn't throw the 3-yard pass. The kid's got an arm, and he's
the Kessler special?
Oh,
sorry.
that was rough.
Yeah,
oh,
that was real bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Kid's got an arm. He's going downfield. Even Corey Coleman made a couple of plays last night.
Yes, that was refreshing to see.
He looked good. However, with the good comes the bad. And he looked like a rookie quarterback in a lot of instances, like this one here, where he gets picked off, gets a ball tipped. I thought he locked on to some receivers.
Yeah, he's staring them down.
Yeah, and I thought he forced a couple of balls, Michael, but he's going to, folks, get ready because he's going to make these mistakes pretty much all season long.
And I would rather watch this kid fail and look like this and look exciting and look like a real quarterback than do the dink and dunk safe 2-yard thing that we've been seeing for the last couple of years between Hoyer and Kessler and
Boy, look at that arm, though, man.
I know.
He can really arm it. The problem is he's throwing too hard a couple of times.
Sometimes he is. He's looking to go downfield way too much. Didn't throw a pass to a running back I saw. I didn't care for that, but he's a kid, and it's a preseason game, and at least wasn't it a fun football game to watch?
Yes. The Browns were entertaining last night.
So rare.
By the way, I love the fact that they came back. I know it didn't mean anything, folks, but I love the fact that they came back and won that game.
3-0.
Okay, their head coach, Hugh Jackson, wants to win games, and I like that. Mike, what do you think of head coach Hugh Jackson's job with Kizer and the quarterback so far this preseason?
I think, first of all, I think one thing that's really helped him this season is the faith that that everybody in the organization has shown to Hugh Jackson. Nobody was ever saying to him last year, he knew we had another year here, and I think that kind of security has made him feel a lot more confident in making some of these decisions. I mean, he really has. He's really surprised me with how consistent he's been with his quarterbacks and whatnot through the whole thing.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a long day of sports yesterday.
I know, but you've traveled all week, and I want to make sure that maybe you weren't affected by the eclipse.
I brought back some North Carolina sickness of some sort.
Listen, Hugh Jackson's done a nice job, but there are still some issues with the Browns that I see that need cleaning up. You know what? I think Hugh has spent so much time with this quarterback thing. Don't forget, he's his own offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the time where Hugh feels confident enough to pass the offense on to someone else so that he can be more of a head coach. I know he lets Greg Williams do everything on defense, that's great. But I think Coach needs a little more of a head coaching role, and I'd like to see that. However, now we got to ask ourselves, what about the other two guys? I know this. Brock Osweiler, the Browns are trying to trade him. It's going to be hard to find a team to pick up even part of his $16 million contract. If they can't do it, he'll be here. And as for Cody Kessler, Michael, Cody Kessler is in his own head right now. He cannot play. He cannot throw a pass more than 10 yards. Yeah. He's really losing the job really got to him. Folks, don't kid yourself. I expect him to be on this roster. He was a draft pick of this regime. He'll probably be your backup quarterback unless Brock Osweiler doesn't get dealt.
I heard that Kevin Hogan might be passing him up on the depth chart, and that's not a joke, which is kind of scary and sad. But what is wrong with hanging on to Osweiler at this point? If you're not going to get anything for him, I mean, I've heard they might even be cutting him, and I just don't understand how he fell out of favor this quickly with this franchise.
I don't think it's a good fit. Yeah. I don't think Osweiler fits the Browns and Hugh Jackson's offense. That's basically what I've seen this preseason.
Okay.
DeShone Kizer does. Hugh likes a guy that can go downfield. Look, Kaiser's arm is better than Osweiler. I don't care if Osweiler is the veteran guy and the guy that's 6'8". Right. The Kaiser's arm is stronger, and that's an arm that looks like an NFL arm.
So what ends up happening here with Osweiler, and what do you think is really going to end up happening?
I think somebody will pick him up in the weeks to come. It might not be before the season starts, but I don't see anybody even picking up half of his $16 million salary. All right, defensively, boy, I thought the Browns looked good. Myles Garrett had about 10 guys around him at all times, and other players did well, including Derek Kindred, a safety, folks, who you might not have heard of. He made some big plays last night, some big hits last night. Isn't it amazing with Greg Williams in there how much more inspired these guys look this season?
They're flying all over the place. It is. It was more fun watching the defense for me than it was watching the offense, mostly because I haven't seen a defense in so long and I forgot what they look like. So it is fun watching these young guys flying all over the field. They're finishing tackles for the most part. I really like seeing that. I mean, how many times did we? Barely anybody slipped out of the grasp in that game yesterday. You would watch people just one after another whiff on these guys last year.
The Olays. We call it the Olays.
Oh my God! They're finishing their tackles and they're everywhere all over the field. How about Schobert? Doesn't that kid look great? God, that was exciting.
Middle linebacker really fits him well.
Yes.
Speaking of defense, how about your guy, Jabril Peppers?
Yep, showing up.
Another big night last night. And Michael, not only is he playing great defense, makes a nice interception here on an overthrown ball. Watch when he gets the ball in his hands.
Yes.
He's a threat to go all the way.
Oh, yeah, if he wouldn't have stepped out there, he had a chance there. Yeah, no, he looks amazing.
Yeah, there is a guy, folks, who can finally, if we could get two guys, and I know Njoku's 20 years old, and I'll wait on him.
Right.
But if you can get two guys out of the first round in Garrett and Peppers to contribute, folks, that is party time in Cleveland, Ohio. We haven't had that in years.
No, not at all. Let me ask you this. What did you see out of Joe Hayden yesterday?
I thought he looked good. Yeah. Listen, they went after Joe Hayden last night.
They did.
No doubt about it. And
How
I
about
thought
that?
he answered the bell. He really did. He's been challenged by his defensive coordinator, Greg Williams, and so far he's answered the bell.
Well, he's that veteran they need, and I was happy to see him because he's had a rough couple of seasons, really, obviously, and I hope he can stay healthy. And wouldn't that be great to have that veteran presence there in that locker room?
If he can get back to playing like Joe Hayden,
that'd be great.
We're gonna be really good.
Yeah.
But Browns do have some things, though, and I know Coach is very upset about this. I'm upset about it. The penalties, folks. You've got to clean up the penalties. 14 penalties for 91 yards. Michael, when you're a young football team and you're trying to change the culture,
right,
and you don't have a lot of depth, you cannot afford to do this.
No.
They call it playing behind the chains, the first down markers. You can't play behind the chains. Last night, they couldn't go back any further. They were at the goal line.
I know. And, you know, it's really bad when I saw at one point it was Joe Thomas got called for it. I'm like, Joe, come on, man.
Well, it was his first game. He hadn't played yet.
You wouldn't know. No, you're right.
But
that was
they've got to
frustrating.
clean him up.
And you can see the frustration on Hugh's face on the sidelines. That's such a preventable thing. Hopefully they get all that worked out in the preseason. Yeah. I'd love to think that's the case.
And don't forget, Hugh Jackson has a lot on his plate right now. Once the season gets started, I expect him to name DeShone the starter, if he didn't already do it today. First thing tomorrow morning. Kizer will get the start against the Steelers. I'm warning you, folks. The mistakes he made against Tampa Bay, he's going to make a lot more against Pittsburgh. Yeah. All right, the Browns wrap up their preseason schedule Thursday night in Chicago. Will you be watching?
Absolutely. Why not?
I don't know who's going to be playing.
It's going to be pretty brutal, yeah. But it's always kind of fun when you
Kevin Hogan, baby.
Yep. Kevin Hogan time.
Come on. Coming up, we are stretching out with Bradley Zimmer and the Tribe when we return. Look at that cast.
Sick.
See it again.
Hello, I'm local treasure Mike Polk Jr., and I'll be performing right here in Club Velvet at the Hard Rock Rocksino September 15th and 16th, and that's great news for everyone. Of course, you shouldn't need more reason to come here than just to see me, but the Hard Rock Rocksino brings so much more to the table, such as
elegance, adventure, style, decadence,
Wow, what a roller coaster ride. So come and join me with special guest Bill Squire and perhaps another very special guest, September 15th and 16th, right here at the Hard Rock Rock-Casino. It's a jackpot.
It actually really is, folks. I've seen Michael many times. He entertains like only a Clevelander can. I feel like you have that connection between you and your Cleveland audience that only a Clevelander could have.
Well, I'm usually very drunk.
Is
So
that
I think
the
that
key?
probably helps, yeah.
I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to MC for you one
Yes,
of those
you
nights.
are.
We're going to have fun. We're
And
going
I
to have
think
a
it's
really
gonna
good
be
time.
Friday. He's going to do
Come
both
see
shows.
us. Folks, come. I'll give you the best 3 minutes you've ever seen in your life to start that show.
I'm leaving that one hanging there, that low-hanging fruit
Ho!
dangling from the tree.
Ho! Speaking of great things, how about the catch from Bradley Zimmer last night? Your Tribe got a big win, and whoa! I mean, Michael, you talk about stretching out.
Yep.
Oh,
That was insane.
Totally airborne. I mean, that was all over the highlight shows. Look at the reaction of Mike Clevenger, the pitcher last night there. Oh,
yeah.
You just don't catch that ball. I could watch it 10 times
So could
over
I.
and over.
I could watch it 1,000 times. That's great. What's better, that one or remember the Austin Jackson catch over the wall? It's a
you
tough
know what?
call.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Over the wall was really tough, but when you lay out
Yep.
and you're perpendicular to the grass, that's very,
That was a really
very
cool- that was a
impressive.
really cool
How
catch.
you feeling about your Tribe?
I'm loving this team right now. Are you kidding? The pitching's looking good. And
The injuries, though, Michael, are really getting out of hand.
It
I mean,
is.
we need Brantley back. We need some. I need Andrew Miller back. I don't know where
and
that
of course
is.
we want. But what a nice.
Kipnis back.
But how? You're right, absolutely. But how nice has it been watching these young guys come up from Columbus
Ryan
and step
Merritt,
up, man?
yep.
I mean, that's
Clevenger,
the thing.
yep.
They've built this team and they've got this great farm system now, and they've earned this. Where they're. You don't want to say they're ready for these injuries, but if any team is, they've looked good, all things considered.
Well, they better pack their bags because we are headed to the road again. Check this out. The Indians' 11-game road trip starts tomorrow in New York. Yankees, Tigers, White Sox, only 33 games to go. And we're going to start talking magic number pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because the Tribe is they have a commanding lead in their division. Not done yet, but they do look good. They need to get Andrew Miller back for the play. He was the key to the playoffs last year. You can't overlook that.
Do you know the timetable on him, or have they said?
No, not now. Everything's up in the air because of his knee right now. I know this. He'll come back and pitch whether the knee is ready or not in the playoffs.
Right.
I know that.
Yeah.
All right. It was the fight of the century, or maybe it wasn't. Michael, did you pay to watch Well, I know you didn't pay, but did you watch? I know you. You scammed tickets off StubHub. Did you pay to watch?
I remembered that I had
Mayweather McGregor.
I remembered I had some very dear friends who I had forgotten about, and they were getting the fight. So I just wandered over there and watched it for free.
How happy they must have been.
What a thrill for them.
Michael, what did you think of the fight? I thought, first of all, McGregor did well not being a boxer.
Absolutely.
But I felt like Mayweather played with him, and I think that, you know what, those guys, they just got rich last night.
You know, I was in a room watching this fight with a bunch of younger kids and people who don't watch boxing that much, and I'm not an aficionado, but I've seen a lot of Mayweather fights.
Sure.
And watching all these kids just be like, I think he might do this about McGregor. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, you just wait, hang in. Because you know him. I mean, he's the best defensive fighter I've ever seen, possibly of all time. He wasn't going to lose this fight. But McGregor did put up, honestly, a better fight than most people wanted him to, who are big boxing fans. Do you think boxing as a sport took a hit last night because McGregor looked competent?
No, not really. I don't think you can hit boxing, folks, any worse than boxing has been hit. From boxing to basketball, the Kyrie drama Michael, will not go away.
I know.
Folks, the Cavs want more. After the doctors examined Isaiah's hip and didn't like what they saw, here's what I know. I don't think he'll be ready for the start of training camp. I don't know if Isaiah Thomas will be ready for the start of the season. But I do know this. They want more. The Cavs went back to the Celtics, and that's where we're at right now. Stay tuned, folks. This deal might not happen. It might happen as is, or the Celtics might have to add something on for the Cavs to take Thomas.
Your opinion, will they get something more out of this? Another draft pick, another player, and what will it be? Any idea?
I don't think so.
No?
I think the Cavs will have to bite the bullet, but we'll wait and see. I know this. Kobe Altman and Dan Gilbert are working really hard.
So do they pull that trade? Is that what you're saying? Does this, like, if nobody
if they're
makes
not
any-
happy, yeah. Oh,
Then
yeah.
it's just
and
over.
then it'll be the ugliest
And
media
then-
day you've
yeah,
ever seen.
then Kyrie
Although
comes in.
I'm hearing Kyrie said he would not report to Cavs training camp.
What?
If he is not traded.
What's he going to do? That's insane.
He's
really?
going to be on Instagram and
Oh, my
Snapface
God.
and all that stuff.
How did this happen?
By the way, the Celtics come to the Q October 17th with or without
Who knows?
Kyrie.
Who knows?
Coming up, time to eat. We are heading to Solon for some great food. We'll be right back. Are you hungry, Michael? It is time.
starving.
Oh, you know what time it is. Time to eat. And this week, folks, great spot in Solon called 56 Kitchen. Check it out. Folks, we're at 56 Kitchen here in Solon. I am behind the line with Chef Drew Slane, who, by the way, let me back here, but you're not going to make me work, are you? Because
A little bit.
Oh, my God, I did that a lot. Tell me what kind of concept this is, 56 Kitchen.
It's a scratch-made kitchen. We do everything in-house. Everything's seasonal. We try to source products from as local as possible. We're doing food cooked to order and just trying to provide the best quality product for the fairest price.
What quality products are we making today, partner?
Today we're going to do a Korean pear barbecue short rib,
Perfect.
and we'll make a couple pizzas for you.
Oh, geez, no, Italian guys don't like pizza. You know that, right? All right, let's see what you got.
We've got a forbidden rice and quinoa hash.
Love that. People don't realize how much protein's in quinoa, too.
Right, yeah, tons of protein, high fiber. We pre-braise the short ribs just to get them to the point where they're able to be reheated. And we throw it in the Korean barbecue pear sauce, fresh pears, mirepoix, a couple other fresh fruits, lots of garlic. We'll reduce that down. We'll set the plate up. We'll bring our bok choy back up to temp. It'll be your veg on the plate.
Love the bok choy. And it kind of goes with the Korean, right?
It's cabbage, it's tasty, it's delicious, it fits the flavor profile.
While Drew is slaving back here, cooking, I'm going to go relax, maybe have a glass of water, and get ready to chow down, folks. 56 Kitchen. Let's see what he's got. Drew, I got to say, you outdid yourself. Now, tell me about the dough.
Okay.
Tell me about your pizza dough. You got to make it yourself.
Yeah, we do make pizza dough in-house. We've been developing the recipe since, well, years for that matter. But it's a medium thin crust.
Oh.
We'll get a nice little char on the bottom.
Oh, I love that. See that? Look at that. Drew, I think that gives it flavor.
It does.
I
Definitely
really
does,
do.
yeah.
I love the char on the bottom.
This is house-made shashuka pizza. We make the burrata cheese in-house.
Oh!
It's mozzarella cheese stuffed with cheese curd.
I don't know if there's enough cheese on here, folks. It's
Oh, there's
mozzarella
plenty of
cheese
cheese.
stuffed with cheese.
And we make a specific sauce just for that pizza, a little spicy, a little fiery,
Oh, it's
kind
nice.
of. Yeah.
All right, now, here comes Miller time right here, baby. Right? A little short rib with the bok choy. Explain the sauce. It looks great.
Sure. It's what we basically do is take the braising liquid from the short ribs and reduce it with some fresh fruit, some juices, and kind of bring up the flavor. Kind of intensifies as we cook
Ooh,
it.
I like that.
Kind of funky, interesting.
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
deep.
Right.
It's earthy.
Yeah.
Right? Really good.
Awesome.
Thanks, Drew.
Awesome. Thank
Great
you.
Stuff. That is really good.
Thank you.
Oh, that is good. I mean, look at that thing. Look how easily that cuts. Folks, they are open for lunch Monday through Saturday, but closed on Sundays. Coming up, we head to the Rizzy Vault from the year 2011. Who's that young fella? Stay with us.
This is what's up at the Roxino. Come on in for your last chance to swipe and win guaranteed free play this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just swipe your Rockstar Rewards card between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. to walk away with guaranteed free play. Celebrate the season with our new classic clam bake in the Fresh Harvest Buffet every Friday from 4 to 9 p.m. Only $29.99 with your Rockstar Rewards card. Be sure to drop by the Hard Rock Cafe from 2 to 6 p.m. Sunday through Thursday for our new happy hour specials. Join us in Club Velvet this weekend for a free concert from the Hard Rock Rising Stars Josh Sturgeon and Aaron Stoll. And this Sunday in Hard Rock Live, don't miss the Wall Live Extravaganza, a Floydian spectacle. Tour of the total solar eclipse tickets on sale at the Roxino box office and Ticketmaster.com. Find your rhythm at the Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park. Vegas Experience, Ohio address.
All right, don't forget, stick around. Our good friends Big Chuck and Little John are coming up next. Time now to open up the Rizzy Vault, and we go back to June 2011. Oh, check this.
With the first pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Kyrie Irving from Duke University.
We hardly knew you. Kyrie, will he stay or will he go? Folks, word is he won't report it. Look how young he looks without his beard. He Instagrammed that. All right, get your plug in quickly.
Come to the Roxino, September. Check me and Tony out.
Good to be alive. Good night, everybody.